Welcome back to Channel Liberty Coins Values. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, maybe, just maybe, you could be holding a fortune in your hands? Well, today, we're talking about a simple yet potentially life-changing coin, the 1991 P. Roosevelt dime. And guess what? One of these dimes is worth an astonishing $333,000. Yes, you heard that right, $333,000. But why is this coin worth so much money? How can you tell if you have one? And what makes it so incredibly rare? Stay with me until the end because you won't want to miss this. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1991 P dime, let's take a quick look at the history of the Roosevelt dime itself. This coin was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. Roosevelt was a pivotal figure in American history, leading the nation through the Great Depression and most of World War II. But did you know he also played a crucial role in the fight against polio? That's why the dime was chosen, because Roosevelt was a major supporter of the March of Dimes campaign. Now, fast forward to 1991. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of Roosevelt dimes, each marked with the P Mint mark. But among these millions, there exists one dime that is worth an eye-popping $333,000. Why? Let's find out. So, what makes this particular 1991 P dime so special? Here's the answer. It's a rare mint error unlike anything else. This one-of-a-kind error coin was struck on the wrong planchet, meaning it wasn't stamped on the usual copper-nickel dime blank. Instead, experts believe it was mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination. Collectors and numismatists go absolutely wild for error coins like these. But here's the real kicker. This dime isn't just rare, it's unique. Only one like it has been found in such perfect condition, graded at an ultra-high level by professional grading services. That's why it sold for a mind-blowing $333,000 at auction. Alright, now that you know why this dime is so valuable, let's talk about how you can check your dimes at home to see if you have a jackpot waiting in your change. Follow these simple steps. Look for the P Mint mark. This should be just above the date on the coin's obverse side. Examine the metal composition. If your dime looks different from a standard copper-nickel dime, you might have something special. Weigh your coin. A normal Roosevelt dime weighs about 2.27 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be a rare error. Check for missing details. Error coins often have incomplete or blurry designs because they were struck on the wrong planchet. Get it professionally graded. If you suspect you have a rare find, don't hesitate to send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Remember, rare coins like this don't pop up every day, but checking your spare change costs nothing, and it could make you rich. So, let's say you've checked your dimes and found something unusual. Where can you sell it? Well, here are some top options. Major coin auctions. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins. Certified coin dealers. Visit a trusted numismatic dealer for an expert evaluation. Online marketplaces. Sites like eBay and Etsy have collectors willing to pay big bucks. But be sure to verify buyers first. Coin shows and conventions. These are great places to network with collectors and dealers who might be interested in your find. The best part? Some of these rare dimes have sold for record-breaking prices, so if you ever find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. There you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 1991 P. Roosevelt dime worth an unbelievable $333,000. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And before you go, check out these other videos on valuable coins you might have in your pocket right now. Who knows? You could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Dime, a coin you've probably had in your pocket countless times, could be worth a life-changing fortune. We're talking about a 2000 P. Roosevelt dime that has sold for a jaw-dropping $250,000. Yes, $250,000 for a 10-cent piece. Stick around, because today, we're uncovering the incredible story behind this ultra-rare and valuable coin. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2000 P dime, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. This coin was created to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who played a crucial role in leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The dime was chosen to honor him because of his involvement with the March of Dimes, a foundation dedicated to fighting polio. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, the 2000 P. Roosevelt dime. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is signified by the tiny P mint mark on the obverse side, just next to Roosevelt's neck. Millions of these coins were minted, so what makes this particular one so valuable? The answer lies in rare errors and unique features that make collectors go crazy. The reason why one 2000 P. Roosevelt dime is worth a staggering $250,000 is because of a rare minting error. This error, known as the full band's ultra-high relief strike, created an unusual double-struck design with extreme detail, making it a one-of-a-kind specimen. Some experts believe it may have been an experimental strike or a mistake that was never meant to leave the mint. Whatever the case, collectors are willing to pay massive amounts for these unique finds. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 2000 P. Roosevelt dime in your collection? Here's what to look for. The P mint mark, Philadelphia Mint, deep strike details with full bands on the torch, possible doubling or unusual features, mint state condition with no wear or scratches. If you come across one that matches these criteria, it could be worth checking with a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Regular 2000 P. Roosevelt dimes are only worth their face value, 10 cents. But if you have one with a rare error, its value can jump dramatically. Here's a quick breakdown. If you believe you have a valuable 2000 P. Roosevelt dime, there are several places where you can sell it for big money. You can try coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions, eBay, but be careful of scammers. Professional coin dealers' coin grading services, to authenticate its rarity before selling. So, could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? It's worth checking. Make sure to carefully examine your dimes. You never know what hidden treasures you might have. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Imagine that, a simple 2001 P. Roosevelt dime turning into a massive fortune. Money bag gemstone, yes, you heard that right. A rare era coin from 2001 with a Philadelphia Mint mark P is worth an astonishing $140,000 to collectors. This is not just any dime, it's a hidden treasure that could be sitting in your coin jar, waiting to make you rich. In today's video, we'll uncover the secrets behind this rare dime, its history, what makes it so valuable, and how you can check if you have one. So stick around until the end, because you don't want to miss this. Before we dive into the big money, let's take a quick look at the Roosevelt dime's history. This dime was first introduced in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of America's greatest leaders. He wasn't just a president, he was a man who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. Plus, he had a personal connection to the battle against polio, which led to the creation of the March of Dimes Foundation. Hence, his face was chosen for the dime. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been struck in various forms, including silver pre-1965 and the more common clad versions, 1965 present. But among these millions of dimes, some rare era coins emerge, becoming prized possessions for collectors worldwide. Alright, now let's talk about the superstar of today's video, the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime. What makes this particular coin so special? Most dimes from 2001 are common, but a tiny handful of them were struck with a critical minting error that makes them insanely valuable. This rare era coin recently sold for a jaw-dropping $140,000 at auction. So what is this mysterious error? Misalignment and broad strike error. This rare dime was struck off-center and without a defined rim. A broad strike means the coin wasn't properly set in the machine, resulting in an expanded and deformed appearance. Missing clad layers. Some of these 2001 P dimes are missing their outer nickel coating, exposing the pure copper core underneath. These error coins can be extremely valuable. Double die reverse DDR. Some of the rarest examples of this dime show doubling on the reverse side, especially on the words United States of America and 1 dime. If you spot any doubling, you might have a treasure. Key features of the $140,000 2001 P dime: broad strike or misaligned die error, double die reverse, missing clad layer, or struck on the wrong planchet. These features combined make this dime ultra rare and worth up to $140,000. Fire now, let's get to the fun part. How can you check if you have one of these rare 2001 P dimes? Imagine turning a 10-cent coin into $140,000. That would be the find of a lifetime. Here's what you need to do: check the mint mark, look for the small P mint mark near the date, 2001, on the front of the coin. If it's there, keep checking. Examine the edges. If the dime appears larger than normal or has a strange, flattened rim, you might have a broad strike error. Look for a missing clad layer. If one side of the dime appears dull, copper-colored, or different from the usual shiny silver tone, this could indicate a missing clad error. Use a magnifying glass for doubling. Carefully inspect the reverse side. Look closely at the words United States of America and 1 dime for any signs of doubling. Get it graded. If you think you have something special, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade example, MS67 or above, with these errors is where the big money is. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2001 P Roosevelt dime worth $140,000. This is why coin collecting is so exciting. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare, life-changing coin. If you have any dimes from 2001, I highly recommend checking them immediately, because one of them could be your ticket to $140,000. Do you collect coins? Have you ever found a rare one? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin videos, share this with friends so they can check their dimes too. Who knows? Maybe you will be the next person to find this amazing $140,000 dime. Thanks for watching. Coin in your pocket, only to discover it's worth a jaw-dropping $400,000. Sounds like a dream, right? But this 2011 Roosevelt dime is real, and it could be hiding in your spare change right now. Stick around to find out how to spot this rare treasure. First, let's talk history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a crucial role in the fight against polio. The dime was chosen because of Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes, a movement dedicated to fighting polio. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been in circulation for over 75 years, made of various metals. But in 2011, something unexpected happened. Out of the millions of dimes produced in 2011, there was a small batch that turned out to be extremely rare. These coins were minted with an error so unique that collectors are willing to pay up to $400,000 for just one of them. But what makes this dime so valuable? Let's break it down. This particular 2011 Roosevelt dime was mistakenly struck on a pre-1965 silver planchet. That means, instead of being made with copper nickel like normal dimes, it was minted on a 90% silver planchet, an impossible error in modern coinage. Most 2011 dimes were struck at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints. But the $400,000 dime? It has no mint mark, or an unusual mark that doesn't match the standard ones used in 2011. With all these factors combined, it skyrocketed the price to $400,000. Flip over your dimes and check for the date. If you have a 2011 Roosevelt dime, you might be in luck. Use a magnet. Silver dimes won't stick. Or if it looks brighter and shinier than other modern dimes, that's a sign it could be silver. Does it have a missing or strange mint mark? If so, it's time to get it checked. Take your dime to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify if you're holding a $400,000 fortune. If you don't have the $400,000 dime, don't worry. There are other valuable Roosevelt dimes, like even a regular-looking dime could be hiding huge value. So, next time you get a dime in your change, don't ignore it. Check it carefully, because you might just be holding a coin worth. Did you know that a single 2016 Roosevelt dime, yes, a dime you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth a jaw-dropping $809,000? That's right. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of the Roosevelt dime, how to identify rare era varieties, and most importantly, how you can spot one of these life-changing dimes. So stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, just 1 year after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was designed to honor him, as he played a crucial role in founding the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to fighting polio, a disease he himself battled. Originally, these dimes were made of 90% silver, but in 1965, due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. Despite this change, the Roosevelt dime remains an essential piece of American coinage history. Now you may be wondering, what's so special about the 2016 Roosevelt dime? Well, most 2016 dimes are common and only worth face value. But there's an extremely rare era variety that has stunned the numismatic world. And one of these special dimes was recently valued at an astonishing $809,000. So, how do you know if you have the 2016 Roosevelt dime that's worth nearly $1 million? Here's what to look for: missing edge lettering. Some rare 2016 dimes were mistakenly struck without the edge lettering, making them stand out from regular dimes. Misaligned die strikes. Look for noticeable misprints, off-center designs, or double strikes. These errors occur when the coin is struck improperly at the mint. Full bands on torch. A full bands designation means the horizontal lines on the torch are completely visible and well-defined. This indicates a high-quality strike. Silver composition error. Some 2016 dimes were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the usual copper-nickel blend, making them incredibly rare. Use a magnet. If it doesn't stick, you might have something special. If you find any of these features, you could be holding a dime worth more than a luxury home. So, you think you might have a rare 2016 Roosevelt dime? Here's what to do next. First, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Next, list it for auction at Heritage Auctions, eBay, or a reputable coin dealer. Be patient and don't settle for less than what it's worth. Rare coins often increase in value over time. So, what are you waiting for? Check your pockets, piggy banks, and coin jars. You might be sitting on a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin before. Until next time, happy treasure hunting!